Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm your teacher Jem Raymond, and today we will discuss the first lesson in your quarter 3 Science 6. And this is module 1 entitled Friction. This module has two lessons. We have lesson 1, describe friction, and lesson 2, how friction affects movement of objects. Are you excited to learn all of this?
Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Tutorial by Sir Raymond. My name is Mr. Jem Raymond Chen, Master Teacher 2 from Escalante Central Elementary School. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated for my future tutorial.
Before we proceed, class, let us answer first the what I know part of your module. Number 1. Which of the following statements about friction is true? A. Friction opposes motion of objects. B. Friction occurs between non-rubbing surfaces. C. Friction causes moving objects to move faster. Or letter D. Friction acts in a direction similar to the direction of an object's motion. I know you find it difficult as of the moment because you don't have yet the idea of what is friction. But let us just test your prior knowledge. No, if you got it wrong, then it's okay. So the correct answer here is yes, letter A. Friction opposes motion of objects. So we will discuss friction as we go along. Number 2. Will it be easier for a person to push a table on a carpeted floor than on a tiled floor? A. No, because the carpeted floor is rough, so friction is lesser. B. No, because the carpeted floor is rough, so friction is greater. C. Yes, because the carpeted floor is smooth, so friction is lesser. Or letter D. Yes, because the carpeted floor is smooth, so friction is greater. So mas madali ba daw i-push yung table kung nasa carpet kaysa sa tiled floor? Siyempre hindi, di ba? So kung carpeted floor siya, medyo mahihirapan ka na mag-push ng table. Because yes, kasi mas malaki yung friction na nasa carpeted floor kung i-compare mo sa tiled floor. Okay, so the answer here is letter B, no, because the carpeted floor is rough, so friction is greater. So meron ka ng idea, class, no? Dito pa lang, kahit hindi pa natin na-discuss, may idea ka na kung ano yung tinatawag nating friction. Kapag rough surface daw, class, mas mataas yung friction. Kapag mas mataas yung friction, mahihirapan ka na i-push yung table. Number 3. When can we say that friction on a floor is greater? I've mentioned it already in item number 2. Saan nga ulit mas malaki yung friction? Yes, on the rough surface. So, the correct answer is letter C. If the floor is rough, magaspang yung sahig. So, magaspang yung sahig, mas mataas yung friction. Number 4. Which force causes a rolling ball to stop after a few seconds? A. Friction. B. Gravity. C. Magnetic. Or letter D. Motion. Ano kaya yung tawag sa force, class, na kung saan yung force na yon ang naging dahilan kung bakit huminto sa pag-roll yung ball? Yes, the answer is friction. Oh, this time, nadagdagan na naman yung kaalaman mo about friction. What I know part pa lang tayo ng module mo. So, ibig sabihin kapag huminto yung isang object, friction yung dahilan kung bakit siya huminto. Number 5. Why is difficult to move heavy objects on a rough surface? Bakit daw mas mahirap na galawin or i-push yung mga heavy objects, class, sa mga magagaspang na mga surfaces? So, is it A. Rough surface is slippery? Letter B. There is no friction on a rough surface. Letter C. There is lesser friction on a rough surface. Or letter D. There is friction greater on a rough surface. Bakit daw? Yes, correct. The answer is letter D. Kasi nga, mas malaki yung friction kapag rough surface. So, kung mas malaki yung friction, class, alam mo nang ibig sabihin nun. Yan yung dahilan kung bakit hindi gumagalaw yung isang object. Number 6. When you are traveling along a road, how does the wet road affect friction? A. It increases friction. Letter B. It decreases friction. C. It maintains friction. Letter D. It increases and decreases friction. Yes, yung wet floor class ay magiging dahilan kung bakit magdi-decrease or bababa yung friction. Letter B, it decreases friction. Kasi basa yung road, so ang tendency niyang class ay madulas. Kapag madulas class, less ang friction niya. Number 7, which of the following forces causes objects to slow down and eventually stop? A, air resistance, B, friction, C, gravity, or letter D, magnetic? Yes, still the answer is friction. 8, what is the direction of friction between a moving object and a surface? A, toward the direction of object's motion. B, similar to the direction of object's motion. C, opposite to the direction of object's motion. Or letter D, perpendicular to the direction of object's motion. Yung direction daw ng friction class kapag nag-move or gumagalaw ang object sa isang surface. Ano yung direction nilang dalawa? Yes, opposite. Magkabaliktad yung kanilang direksyon, no, ng dalawang object. Yung object na nagmo-move at saka yung surface na ginagalawan ng object. So, magkaiba yon. We will explain that as we go along our discussion later. Number 9. Which activity below needs least friction? A, grinding, B, skating, C, climbing, or letter D, writing? Ano yung mga activity dito class na medyo less o mababa yung friction? Yes, yung skating, no? Kasi yung skating class madulas. So, kung madulas, mababa yung friction nun. Number 10. Which activity is a way of reducing friction? A, applying lubricant. B, using rubber shoes. C, putting spikes on tire. Or letter D, removing wheels on heavy cabinets. Ano kayong gagawin mo, class, kung gusto mong i-reduce o bawasan yung friction? Yes, dapat may pampadulas ka. At ano yung tawag ng pampadulas, class, ng surface? Yes, lubricant. Okay, just like oil, no? Oil is an example of a lubricant. And also mga grease or mga grasa class. So, they reduce friction, no, in a particular surface. So, do you have now the idea, class? Now, while we answer the what I know part of your module. Now, this time, class, let us answer the what's in part of your module. Specifically, the lesson 1, which is entitled Describe Friction. Directions. Study the pictures below. Identify whether the illustrations show a push or a pull to move the given objects or person. So, kinakailangan, class, maging familiar ka kung anong ibig sabihin ng push. Okay, push and pull. So, ano kaya yung mga dinidescribe dito sa ating mga pictures? Let's have this illustration. Let's have this one. Is it pull or push? Ano yung ginagawa ng bata sa bola? Yes, that's push. Pero yung pag-push niya, class, is upward. Direksyon ng arrow ang ating pagbabasihan. Next. How about that? Ano yung direksyon ng arrow, class? So, yes, the answer is pull. Next. This one. Tinutulak niya yung cart, class. Yes, the answer here is push. Yan. How about that? Ano yung ginagawa ng bata sa kanyang bag? Yes, that's pull. Very good. How about that? Anong gagawin ng kabayo sa kanyang kalesa, class? Yes, that's pull. Okay, so do you have now the idea what do we mean by pull or push? This time, let's have another activity and still part of your what's in of your module. So, force is a blank or a blank. Any idea? Okay, let me give you a clue. So, clue number 1. Force is this one. And this one. Observe the arrow, yung direction ng arrow. And then, clue number 2 para mas malaman mo pa talaga yung tamang sagot. Force is this one. And the other one, the second blank is this one. Still 4-letter word. Yung letter P, binigay na as a first letter. Now, do you have an idea what is missing here in our blank, in our statement here? Yes, this is push and the other one is pull. Very good. So, alam na natin na ang force is a push or a pull. Okay? Yung push, ang pagtulak mo sa isang bagay, or ang pag-pull or ang paghatak mo ng isang bagay. That is force pa din. I want you to describe the illustrations that you will be seeing here on screen, okay? That one. Is that familiar? Yes, the picture shows a track and field, specifically a running event competition. That one. Yes, of course, obviously that's a swimming competition. That one. Yes, the picture shows cycling competition. Now, what do you think is the force called, class, that prevent the players from slipping or sliding while doing the sports event? Now, let me give you a hint, no? By showing you this illustration. That one. It is the force between the feet or the shoes and the ground. Any guess? What is this force called? Yes, the force is called friction. Friction is the force that prevents the player in slipping or sliding while running. Friction plays an important role in playing sports. I know you've missed playing your favorite sports, especially in school, right? But as of this time, sports competition in school is temporarily suspended because of safety reasons. And that is due to COVID-19 pandemic. Since COVID-19 is not yet over, as much as possible, you have to stay at home always and be safe. Okay? Is that understood? Very good. Nevertheless, class, friction is always present everywhere. Whatever we do, wherever we go, friction is always there. How do you think friction occurs? Friction occurs between the surfaces of two objects rubbing or sliding one another. Yes, by simply rubbing our hands, there is friction in it. Now, what are other instances that you can give where friction is present and affect us? The common example is while we are walking. So while we are walking, there is friction between our feet or between our shoes and the ground. Okay? And that friction keeps us from sliding or slipping while we are walking. There is friction even when we stand. As I said, even when we walk. We sit down, there is friction. And when we hold things, there is also friction. Now, and would you like to know more about the friction and how it affects the movement of objects? Today, we are going to infer how friction affects the movements of the different objects. Now, this time, class, let's have the what's new part of your module. Now, we have here an activity, and the title of the activity is Roll and Stop. Let me read you this. In this activity, you will need any round objects available at home, like a ball, a tin can, or a tomato, and the floor. Now, get the ball or any available round object and put it on the floor. Push the ball gently to allow it to roll on the floor as shown. So, kapag magpe-perform ka nito, class, sa bahay nyo, pwede kang kumuha ng kahit na anong round shape na object. Tapos, sundin mo lang yung nasa picture. So, i-roll mo lang siya sa sahig. Okay? Can you do that? Okay, it's very easy, di ba? Okay, so I hope you are doing that. Okay, based on your activity earlier, class, let us answer this question. Number 1, what happened to the ball after it was pushed? Okay, now, to answer this question, class, we have to arrange this statement, no, given here. And all we have to do is we write number in each blank. Okay? Now, sa tatlong statement na andito, ano kaya yung unang nangyari sa bola or any objects na ginamit mo dyan sa bahay mo sa pag-roll? Yes, the ball rolled on the floor. Correct. Now, after rolling, anong nangyari sa bola? Very good. It slows down. Unti-unti itong humina. Have you observed that? Very good. And the last? Yes, it stopped. Ang bola ay huminto na sa pag-roll. Okay? Question number 2. Base pa din sa activity natin earlier. What caused the stopping of the ball? Ano kaya yung dahilan, class, kung bakit huminto yung bola sa paggulong? Given here on screen, class, ay clue para sa tamang sagot. Yes! Ang dahilan kung bakit huminto ang bola sa paggulong ay ang friction. Very good! Okay? So, ang friction pala, class, ang dahilan kung bakit huminto ang bola sa paggulong. Let's have number 3 in the what's new part of your module. Which of the following statement is are true about friction? Choose from the given statement below. Okay, so pipiliin natin dito, class, ibibigay ko na mga statements kung nagsasabi ito ng katotohanan tungkol sa friction. So let's have letter A. Friction is produced by a single object. Is it true or false? Yes, that's false. No? Kapag sinabi nating friction, class, friction ay nabubuo ng dalawang bagay na in contact. Okay, walang friction kapag single object lang. Okay, that's false. So, kaya hindi yan included sa true statement about friction. Let's have letter B. Friction is a force that opposes motion. Okay, the answer is true. Correct. Ang friction daw, class, ay puwersa sa kung saan pinipigilan niya ang paggalaw ng isang bagay. So, let's have letter C. Friction is an energy that moves the object. Friction daw, class, ay energy na kung saan siya yung dahilan kung bakit nagmo-move yung object. Is that true or false? What do you think? Yes, that's false. Hindi yan totoo. Kasi nga, sa sinabi na nga natin kanina, ang friction ang dahilan kung bakit humihinto ang isang bagay sa paggalaw. Okay, hindi siya ang naging dahilan kung bakit gumagalaw yung object. So, this is false. So, eliminate natin ito. Let's proceed to letter D. Friction acts opposite to the direction of an object's motion. Is it correct? Yes, I've explained it earlier, di ba? Ang friction ay nag-o-oppose sa direksyon ng paggalaw ng isang bagay. Letter D, class, is true. Letter E naman tayo. Friction exists between the surfaces of two objects rubbing against each other. Is it correct? Yes, that's correct. Friction can be produced by rubbing two objects. All these statements in letter B, letter D, and letter E are all correct. These are true statements about friction. Okay, this time, let's have the what's more part of your module. Directions. Read the following items carefully and tell whether the statements are true or false. Write true if the statement is correct and false if the statement is incorrect. Let's have number 1. Friction acts in a direction the same as the direction of the object's motion. Magkapareho yung direksyon ng friction at saka yung direksyon ng pag-move ng object. Is it correct? No, that's false. Kasi nga, yung friction ay kabaliktaran. No? Ang direksyon niya ay kabaliktaran ng moving object. Number 2. Friction occurs when the surfaces of the two objects rub against each other. True or false? Yes, true. Correct. Now, when you rub two objects, class, against each other, there will be friction that will be produced. Okay? Next, number 3. Friction causes moving objects to stop. True or false? Yes, the answer is correct. No? True. True is the correct answer because sabi nga natin kanina, ang friction naging dahilan kung bakit nag-stop o humihinto ang isang object sa paggalaw, no? And that is because of friction nga. Number 4, friction is produced by a single object. Hindi pwede, no? Kapag single object, walang friction yan. Friction is produced when rubbing two objects or two objects come in contact. So that's false. And number 5, friction opposes motion of objects. True or false? Very good, true, no? Friction ay nag-o-oppose pag move ng isang moving object. Kaya nga, nag-stop or humihinto yung mga objects sa paggalaw. At dahil yan sa friction. It is time, let's have the what I have learned part of your module. Directions, complete the following statements by choosing the word that best completes the following sentences. So we have here, I have learned that number 1, friction is a force or energy that opposes the motion of objects. What is the answer? Very good. The correct answer is a force. Friction is a force, not an energy. Next, number 2. When two surfaces of two objects rub against each other, friction must exist. Ano yung resulta, class, kapag two objects are rubbed against each other? Yes, the answer is friction. Okay, next, number 3. Friction always acts opposite the same direction of the object's motion. Yes, kabaliktaran, no? Ng direksyon ng nag-move na object or gumagalaw na object. So, the answer here is opposite. Okay, let's have another statement here. I have learned that with friction, we can do many things like, what do you think could be done when there is friction? Staring a phone? Yung tinititigan mo lang yung phone mo, may friction na ba yan? Wala. How about holding an apple? Pwede, no? Pwede, class. How about sitting on a chair? Pwede din. How about walking properly? Yung lumalakad ka, class. May friction ba dyan? Yes, may friction dyan. Kung walang friction dyan, class, kung lumalakad ka, madudulas ka. Yung friction, class, yung naging dahilan kung bakit nakakalakad tayo ng maayos sa ground. How about listening to a radio? Wala. Okay, so walang friction dyan. Let's have the what I can do part of your module. I have here an illustration, class, and all you have to do is to study it carefully. So I'll be asking you later on with questions regarding this picture. Number 1. What accident do you think might happen if the boy walked on the wet floor? Yes, the answer would be, he might slip and hurt himself. Pwede siyang madulas. Siyempre, kung nadulas siya, masasaktan siya. That might be the possible answer for this question. Next, how can you prevent the possible accident from happening and why? Ano yung gagawin mo, class, kung gusto mo na walang aksidente na mangyayari at bakit? Yes, very good. Okay, the possible answer for this would be mopping the floor to make it dry might prevent the possible accident to happen. Since there is greater friction on dry floor, possible accidents might be prevented. So, kasi class, kapag basa yung floor, so less yung friction niya, di ba? So, kung less ang friction, class, ang tendency madudulas siya. So, para hindi siya madulas, dapat linisin yung floor, i-mop yung floor to make it dry. Kasi kung dry yung floor, mataas na yung friction niya. Kapag mataas yung friction niya, hindi ka na madudulas kapag dadaan ka. Understood? Very good. Now, let's answer the assessment part of your module first on the lesson 1. Okay, number 1, a ball rolled after being kicked and slowed down until it stopped. Which of the following forces caused the ball to slow down? A, electrical, B, friction, C, gravity, or letter D, magnetic? Ano yung dahilan kung bakit nagsta-stop ng pag-roll yung ball? No, matapos mo siyang i-kick. Okay? So what's the answer? Yes, the answer is friction. Number 2. Is friction between the floor and a cabinet present when a person pushes the cabinet? May friction ba class between sa floor at sa cabinet kung ito'y itutulak mo? Yes or no? Yes, meron. Pero ano yung tamang reason for us to get the correct answer? Yes, the answer here is letter A. Yes, meron. Because the bottom of the surface of the cabinet is in contact with the floor. Kasi yung bottom surface o yung nasa ilalim na part ng cabinet class ay naka-contact siya with the surface sa floor. Kaya meron itong friction. Number 3, which of the following is not true about friction? A. Friction opposes motion of objects. B. Friction occurs between non-rubbing surfaces. C. Friction causes moving object to slow down and stop. Or letter D. Friction acts in a direction opposite to the direction of object's motion. Yes, it's very clear. Letter B, di ba? Friction occurs between non-rubbing objects. So, hindi daw nagko-contact yung dalawang surfaces class. Kung hindi nagko-contact, then walang friction na or napoproduce. Number 4, which of the following can friction do to a glass of water on a table? Ano yung nagagawa ng friction class kapag ipinatong mo yung glass ng water sa table? A. It moves the glass. B. It allows the glass to slide. C. It does not affect the glass. Or letter D. It prevents the glass from sliding. Yes. Letter D. It prevents the glass from sliding. Dahil sa friction, hindi ito natatapon o hindi ito nagsaslide class no, kung ipapatong mo ang glass of water sa table. Number 5. Study the diagram. Which force does B represent? Yung B na yan class. Ano yung nagre-represent niyan? Yung arrow ng letter B. Yes, it's friction. No? As you see, yung letter A na to class ay ang direction ng moving object. No? Pat dito. Then, ang friction naman ay opposite. No? Opposite yung direction niya. Kaya, friction yan. Letter A. Number 6, the boy in the illustration pulls a stroller using the direction shown. Which direction does the frictional force act? Ito yung kanyang direction class. So, going to the east siya, di ba? So, ano naman yung friction? Anong direction ng friction? Yes, ang opposite. So, yung opposite is ang west. Okay? Ito yung west class. No? Going west naman yung opposite na tinutukoy natin na friction. Number 7. Which of the following actions is difficult to do with friction? Ano yung mahirap gawin class sa friction? A. Writing on a paper. B. Holding a banana. C. Playing basketball. Or letter D. Pushing a heavy cabinet. Yes, yung pushing a heavy cabinet class. Mabigat kasi yon. It requires a lot of force from you no, to move this heavy cabinet. Number 8. Which of the following statements is true? Yes, letter B. No? Friction stops moving object. Which of the following statements describe friction? A. It slows down motion. B. It pulls objects downward. C. It does not oppose motion. Or letter D. It moves along with the object. Yes, yung nagagawa ng friction, it slows down motion. Number 10. Which force present when two objects rub against each other? Obviously, that's letter A, friction. Okay, let's have the additional activities part of your module. So we will choose from the words here inside the box, okay, so that the statements here in our illustration will be completed. So let's have number 1. Friction is a force that blank motion of an object. What is the answer? From this given words here inside the box class. Very good. The answer is opposes. Okay, kapag sinabi nating opposes class, di ba? Sumasalungat siya sa pag-move ng object. Kaya, siya yung naging dahilan kung bakit nagsa-stop object sa pag-move. Number 2. Friction acts blank to the direction of the moving object. Ano kaya yung answer natin dito, class? Pili ka dito. Very good. The answer is opposite. Friction acts opposite to the direction of the moving object. Ang direction niya, class, ay kabaliktaran ng moving object. Next, number 3. Friction exists when two surfaces bump against each other. Yes, very good. The answer is rub. Okay, rub against each other. Number 4, friction can cause moving objects to? Yes, the answer here is stop. So that is your additional activities of your Module 1, Lesson 1. This time, let's proceed to your Lesson 2. Okay, still on your Module 1. Directions. Read the following items carefully and tell whether the statements are true or false. Say true if the statement is correct and false if the statement is incorrect. Number 1. Friction is an energy that moves object. Is it true or false? Ang friction ba yung dahilan, class, kung bakit nagmo-move yung object? Hindi, di ba? So, this is wrong. So, that's false. Next, number 2. Friction causes moving objects to stop. Yes, very good. That's true. Friction ang dahilan kung bakit nagsa-stop yung object. Number 3. Friction occurs when two surfaces rub against each other. What's the answer? Yes, the answer is true. Next, number 4. Friction allows objects to continue moving. Yes, that's false. Next, number 5. Friction acts in a direction opposite the direction of an object's motion. Yes, that's true, no? Ang direksyon ng friction ay opposite ng moving object. This time, let's have the what's new part of your module. So, we will have another activity class, no? You can do this at home safely. The title of this activity is rolling and sliding. Okay, this is the activity number 1. You will observe how friction affects the movement of the object. Dito, class, activity na to, malalaman natin kung ano ba yung epekto ng friction sa moving object. For this activity class, you will need a ball and a box with almost the same mass as the ball. Kung meron kang mga materials dyan na available, class, pwede. Pero kung wala, just listen here very carefully. Okay, again, ang kinakailangan mo dito, class, ay bola at saka yung box. Sa kung saan, class, yung bola at saka yung box ay pare-parehas ang kanilang mass o ang bigat nilang dalawa dapat. Understood? Okay, this is the instruction class for the activity. So we have here, we have to perform this activity on the floor or on a long table. Kung meron kang medyo mataas or malapad na table, pwede. Or kung wala, sa sahig na lang, pwede din. Put a mark on the floor. Okay, maglagay ka ng marka sa sahig, class. And then, ilagay mo yung bola sa marka na nilagay mo. Okay, tapos na ba? Okay, very good. Tapos, class, itulak mo bahagya, no? Push the ball gently. Itulak mo bahagya yung bola, okay? Parehas ng nakikita nyo dito sa screen. And then, mark where the ball stop. Kung saan nag-stop or huminto yung bola, class, markahan mo din. Okay? So, pwede mong i-repeat ito, class, 2 more times. 2 beses, pwede mong ulitin yung activity na to, gamit yung bola. Okay? Next, we have number 4. Replace the ball with a small box. Okay? Yung box na sinabi ko na kanina, class, dapat pare-pareho siya ng bigat ng bola na ginamit mo earlier. Tapos, ilagay mo yung kahon, class, or yung box sa marka na ginamit mo a while ago din. No? When you use the ball in the first activity. Okay? Tapos, itulak mo din ang bahagya. The same amount of force lang, class, yung ano yung force na in-apply mo sa bola, ay ganun din dapat yung puwersa na i-apply mo sa box. Okay? Itulak mo din siya ng bahagya, tapos markahan mo yung point sa kung saan huminto yung box. At pwede mo itong ulitin ng pangalawang beses. Okay? Tapos na ba? Okay, sige. Well, let's answer questions related on your activity class. Which object has the longer distance traveled? Is it the ball or the box? Yes, the answer is the ball. Mas longer yung distance na na-travel ng bola kaysa sa box. Okay, next, number 2. Which object has bigger surface area in the contact with the floor? Ano kaya sa dalawang object na to, class, ang mas malapad na nakontak sa sahig? Is it the ball o yung box? Yes, yung box, no? Mas malapad yung kanyang surface area na nakontak sa floor. Next, number 3. Which object was acted on by greater friction? Now, sa number 3, class, ano kaya yung mas mataas yung friction sa kanilang dalawa? Is it ang bola o ang box? Yes, yung box. Okay, mas mataas ang kanyang friction i-compare mo sa bola. Let's have number 1, class, question. Why does the ball and the box travel at the different distances? Bakit hindi magkaparehas ang kanilang distansya, class, na na-cover? Same naman yung force na in-apply mo sa kanilang dalawa. Now, the ball and the box travel different distances because of the differences in their, is it shape o ang kanyang surface area o ang applied force? Ano kaya yung factor na nakaka-apekto sa kanilang dalawa? Bakit magkaiba yung kanilang distance na na-cover? Yes, very good. It's the surface area, class, o yung lapad ng kanyang surface na sa kung saan na kakontak siya sa sahig. Kaya, mas malapad din or mas mataas din ang kanyang friction. Now, question number 2, still based on your activity earlier. How does friction affect the movement of objects with big or small surface area? Now, the answer would be, an object with bigger surface area experiences greater or lesser friction. Yes, mas malapad ang surface area, mas mataas ang friction. Kasi nga, mas marami yung surface na nakakontak sa sahig, kaya malaki yung friction niya. So, the answer here is greater. Next, while an object with a smaller surface area, just like the ball, it has lesser. No, lesser yung friction niya. Again, yung box na nagamit natin kanina or nagamit mo kanina ay may mataas na friction, kaya maliit lang yung distance na na-travel niya. Kahit same lang yung force na in-apply mo sa dalawang objects na to in pushing it. Let's have number 3. How does friction affect the movement of objects such as the ball and the box? So the answer would be, friction makes moving objects slow down, get faster. Ano na kaya yung nagagawa ng friction, class, sa mga nagmo-move or gumagalaw na mga bagay? Yes, the friction slows down the moving object. It can also stop moving objects. Ano pa yung nagagawa ng friction, class, sa mga moving object? Yes, the friction can stop the moving object. Number 4. In this activity, what is the factor affecting the friction? Is it shape or surface area or the distance traveled? Base sa activity natin earlier, class, ano kaya yung factor na nakaka-apekto sa friction? Yes, the shape or the surface area. The more na malapad siya, no? The more na mas malapad yung nakokontak sa sahig, then the more na mas mataas yung friction niya. Okay, dito naman tayo, class, sa activity number 2, still in the What's New part of your module, and we entitle this Falling Objects. Now, does air affect the movement of falling objects, class? Nakaka-apekto ba yung hangin, class, sa pag-move ng mga bagay na bumabagsak sa ground? Now, let's have an activity. No? In this activity, class, you will be able to observe how air affects the movement of the falling object. Yung mga object, class, na bumababa or nahuhulog. No? Mapapakita natin dito, class, activity na to, kung paano nakaka-apekto yung hangin. Okay? Ano ba yung kinakailangan mo sa activity na to? You just need 2 identical sheets of paper. Magkatulad na 2 pirasong papel ang, class. No, dapat magkatulad sila ng size. Okay? Ito yung gagawin natin, class. Perform the activity in your room or any part of your house, class, that is free from distraction. Sa sinabi ko na kanina, you will prepare 2 sheets of identical paper. Dapat magkaparehas yung paper na gagamitin natin. Crumpled one of the papers, class. Lukutin mo yung isa. Okay? Yung isang papel. Tapos, erase mo yung 2 pieces of paper, class, to the same height as you see here on the figure, class. No? Itaas mo yung 2 kamay mo, class. Yung isa ay crumpled paper, yung isa ay hindi. Okay? Pagkatapos mo yung gawin, drop the papers at the same time. Observe which object reached the floor first. This will be your first trial. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo, erase mo yung dalawang papel class, ang isa crumpled at saka isa hindi. Pagkatapos, bitawan mo yung dalawang papel. Tapos, okay, try to observe which paper falls on the ground first. Tapos, class, you can repeat this, 2 times. And then, observe what will happen. Kung same pa din ba yung result or hindi na. Sige, so pwede kang mag first trial, second trial, at saka third trial. Okay, let's answer this. Fill in table 1 by writing the word first or last according to the order the paper fell on the ground per trial. So, may 3 trial tayong ginawa, di ba? Ang gagawin natin, ilalagay natin yung first na word kung siya ang unang bumagsak sa lupa. At saka yung last naman ang ilalagay natin kung siya ang pangalawa or siya yung panghuli na bumagsak sa lupa. Pagkatapos mo siyang bitawan. So, let's have trial 1. Alin ba ang una na bumagsak sa lupa? Ang crumpled paper ba o yung nalukot mo na papel o yung plain na paper, ang hindi nalukot na papel? Yes, yung crumpled paper, class, fell in the ground first. Diba? Unang bumagsak sa lupa yung naka-crumpled na papel. That is your first trial. And of course, the plain paper here is last. How about the trial number 2? Yes, I know. It would be the same na result. Diba? Same ba tayo ng result sa trial number 2? Yes, same pa din. Yung crumpled paper yung first at saka yung last naman ang ating plain paper. How about yung trial 3? Same pa din ba? Yes, same pa din. First pa din yung crumpled paper at saka panghuli yung plain paper. Okay, bakit kaya nahuli yung crumpled paper kaysa sa plain paper? Parehas naman silang timbang, di ba? Parehas sila ng bigat. Ano kaya yung rason, class? What do you think? Okay, so let's answer. Based on your answer in table number 1, between the crumpled paper and the uncrumpled one, which object reached the floor first? Yes, crumpled paper. The answer is A. Next, number 2. Does air affect the falling of the 2 papers? Why? Nakakaapekto ba daw yung hangin? Kung bakit hindi nagkasabay na bumagsak yung dalawang klase na papel natin? Parehas naman sila ng timbang. Yes, nakakaapekto, class. The air opposes the movement of the 2 papers. Yung plain paper kasi, class, malapad. Di ba may mga hangin na umaangat? So, kung ang tendency kapag malapad yung papel, class, maraming hangin ang umihila sa kanya pataas. Kaya yung tendency niya, slowly siya na nagpo-fall sa ground. Yung isang crumpled paper, class, ganito siya Tapos, itong space lang na to, ang natatamaan ng hangin, that goes upward. So, maliit lang siya na portion, di ba? I-compare mo dito na malapad. So, kaya ang tendency niya, ito ay mas madali siyang mag-fall kaysa nito kasi ang tendency ng malapad na papel, class, or yung plain paper, ganito ang kanyang pag-fall Di ba? Yan. So, nakuha mo? Okay, very good. Let's have number 3. Which object experienced the greater opposing force of the air and why? A. The crumpled paper because it has small surface area in the contact with the air. Letter B. The plain paper because of its wide or big surface area in the contact with the air. Yes, the plain paper, class, no? Kasi nga malapad yung papel Mas madaming air ang nag-oopo sa kanya, class, no? While that plain paper goes down. Let's have number 4. How does air friction affect the movement of falling objects? Okay, let us choose our answer inside the parentheses. Air friction slows down, increases the motion of falling objects. What do you think? Yes, air friction slows down. Okay, ito yung mga dapat nating tandaan, class, no? Sa activity number 1 natin kanina, yung box at saka yung ball natin. In activity 1, the ball and the box cover the different distances. So, magkaiba yung mga distances nila, class, no? Same yung force na in-apply mo. Tapos, magkaiba naman yung distance na na-cover ng dalawang objects na ginamit natin. The ball traveled longer distance than the ball. Mas mataas yung distance na na-travel ng ball kaysa sa box natin. Why? It is because of their different shapes or surface area in contact with the floor. Mas malapad kasi yung surface area ng box kaysa sa bola. Kung mas malapad yung surface area ng isang object, mas malapad din ang nagko-contact sa floor na kung saan ito yung pumipigil sa kanya sa pag-move. The surface area of the ball in contact with the floor is smaller, while the box naman has the bigger or greater surface area. Kaya yung box ay maliit lang yung distance na na-cover niya kasi nga malapad ang kanyang surface area. Now, objects with bigger surface area, class, like the box, no, malapad kasi yung surface area ng box, are easier to stop. Mas madali daw pahintuin yung mga malalaki yung mga surface area like the box in our activity. So, it travels a shorter distance also. Mas maliit lang yung distance na mako-cover niya. It is because greater friction acts on it. Objects with smaller surface area like the ball are harder to stop. Yung mga maliliit lang yung mga surface area, class, na nakakontak sa isang bagay like the floor at saka katulad din ng bola natin, kaya mahirap itong pahintuin. So it travels also longer distance because lesser friction acts on it. So, as you notice, mas mataas yung distance na nako-cover ng bola kasi nga maliit lang yung friction na nag-prevent sa kanya to stop. So, therefore, surface area of contact affects the friction. So, isa sa nakaka-apekto sa friction, class, ay ang surface area ng object. Gaano ito kalapad? Okay? The bigger or greater the surface area of the object in the contact with the floor, the greater the friction. So, mas malapad ang isang object, mas mataas ang friction, at mas madali itong mag-stop kung nag-move ito. And then the smaller surface area of objects in contact with the floor, the lesser the friction. So, just like the ball, mas maliit yung surface area, kaya maliit din yung friction, at mahirap itong pahintuin. And we have the activity number 2, things to remember, class. Air resists the movement of the falling pieces of paper. This air resistance is also known air friction. So it acts opposite the direction of the motion of falling objects as shown in the figure. Okay? Katulad ng ginawa mong activity kanina sa activity number 2. Okay? Mas malapad yung plain na paper kaysa sa crumpled paper. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung air resistance ng plain paper kaysa sa crumpled paper. Kaya, ang plain paper ay mas matagal itong bumagsak sa lupa i-compared mo sa crumpled paper. So, the bigger or the greater the surface area of the falling objects, the greater the air friction. And the smaller the surface area of the falling objects, the lesser the air friction is, no? So, katulad ng crumpled paper, kasi maliit lang yung surface area niya, so maliit lang din yung air friction niya. Kaya, kung maliit yung air friction niya or air resistance, siya ang unang babagsak sa lupa. Okay, let's proceed to the what's more part of your module. For what's more, class, another activity that we will be doing, and we will call this rough and smooth. You will need, on this activity, any round object like the ball. So, pwedeng bola or any round objects na available sa bahay nyo. Pwede ring marble, pwede ring tomato, or pwede ring piece of cloth, class. Like the towel. Okay? Sige. Okay, I hope you have your materials now. Pero kung wala kang materials na available sa bahay, just listen carefully, no? So, ito yung gagawin natin, class. So, we will perform the activity pwede sa long table or pwede ring sa sahig. Make sure na yung sahig, class, malinis, ha? Now, set up all the materials as shown in the figure. So, katulad nito, class, isi-set up mo ang iyong mga materials na nabanggit ko kanina. Just like here. Pagkatapos, class, ay Cover one side of the table with the cloth. Okay, ang isa may cloth class, katulad nito. Ito yung cloth. Okay, the covered portion will represent the rough surface. Yung may cloth class, ito yung magre-represent ng rough object. Tapos yung uncovered, o yung walang takip, no? Yung walang takip sa mesa mo, ay yung tinatawag nating smooth surface. Okay? Next is, place the ball at the starting line of the smooth surface. So, ito yung bola mo, class, di ba? Or marble, pwede din. So, dito mo siya ilagay. Ito yung starting line natin. Pagkatapos, push the ball gently, mark the point where the ball stop, and repeat 2 more times. Okay, dito na muna natin itry sa smooth surface. Itulak natin yung marble o yung bola, no? Bahagya lang, no? Hindi masyadong malakas. Tapos, markahan mo kung saan siya huminto, okay? Okay, do it now. Pagkatapos mong gawin yan, class, pwede mong ulitin ito ng 2 beses. Okay? Pagkatapos, markahan mo din kung saan ito huminto. Understood? Very good. Pagkatapos mong gawin yan, class, ay gawin mo din ito sa rough surface ng ating table. Okay? Dito mo naman ilagay yung bola, class. Dito. Tapos, itulak mo. Yung pagkatulak mo, class, same lang yung force na i-apply mo, no? Just like you did here sa smooth na surface. Okay? Sige. Pwede mo itong gawin, class, 2 times dito sa rough surface. At still, markahan mo din kung saan huminto yung bola. Okay? Para may comparison tayo. Okay, tapos na? Okay, I hope you are doing the activity, no? Okay, let us fill up this table, class, and all you have to do is to answer smooth or rough ba. Ha? Sige. Unat muna tayo sa trial 1. I hope you can still remember yung trial 1 natin. Number 1. In which surface did the ball travel longer distance? Saan ba nag-travel yung bola na mas mataas yung distance na na-cover niya, class? Sa smooth ba o sa rough surface? Kapag sinabi nating rough, class, parang magaspang na surface. Yung sa tela na part, class, di ba? So, ano yung sagot dito sa trial 1? Yes, mas mataas ang na-travel ng bola sa smooth surface. Next, number 2. In which surface did the ball travel shorter? Saan namang surface sa kung saan short distance lang ang na-travel ng bola? Yes, hindi masyadong gumalaw yung bola sa rough surface. Yung rough surface, class, yung tela na part sa experiment natin kanina. Next, number 3. Which surface has greater friction? What kind of surface do you think yung mas mataas yung friction? Yes, kung saan huminto ng mas mabilis ang bola, dun ang mas mataas ang friction. Yes, it's in the rough surface. How about number 4? Which surface has lesser friction? Maliit lang yung friction, class. Saan ba? Yes, sa smooth. Sa trial 2 to trial 3, magkaiba ba yung result mo? Yes, sa trial 2, same pa din. No? Sa smooth surface, mas longer distance ang na-travel sa bola. Ang sa second trial natin, for the question, in which surface did the ball travel a shorter distance? Same pa din, rough, di ba? Mas maliit lang ang distance ng bola na na-travel sa rough surface. Dito naman, still rough, no? Ang mas greater distance, and dito smooth. So actually, class, trial 1 to trial 3 ay magkaparehas lang yung result, di ba? Okay, have you noticed that? Very good. Let us answer this question, class. How does friction differ in a smooth surface from a rough surface? Paano sila nagkakaiba? So the answer would be here. Friction is greater or lesser in smooth surface? What do you think? Based on the table, class, pwede mong kuhanin yung answer mo dyan sa table. Friction is, yes, lesser in the smooth surface. Mas less o mas maliit lang yung friction sa smooth na surface o yung makinis na surface, class, no? Tapos, while friction is bigger smaller in a rough surface? Mas malaki or bigger ang friction sa rough surface. Yung part sa table na natakpan ng towel, siya yung nagre-represent ng rough surface. No? Magaspang na surface. So kung magaspang yung surface, then the friction is bigger. Number 2, how does friction affect the movement of objects in smooth and rough surfaces? Paano naman nakakaapekto sa pag-move ng object ang smooth at saka rough surfaces? So the answer would be, objects move faster, slower in smooth surfaces. Paano gumalaw yung bola sa smooth surfaces, class? Yung makinis na surface. Yes, mabilis, di ba? Mabilis yung pag-move ng object kapag smooth or makinis ang surface. Object moves faster or slower in rough surface? Yes, kapag rough surface naman, ang pag-move or ang paggalaw ng object ay slower. Mahina. Bakit mahina? Yes, mas mataas kasi yung friction kapag rough surface. Very good. Number 3. In this activity, what is the factor affecting the friction? Sa activity na to, class, anong factor naman ang nakakaapekto sa friction? Yes, it's the surface texture. No? Kapag sinabi nating surface texture, class, is how rough or how smooth ang isang surface or isang bagay. Nakakaapekto yan, class, sa friction. So this time, class, let's answer the what I have learned part of your module. So we will get our answer in the box. Okay? All you have to do is to say your answer. I have learned that blank affects the movement of objects. Number 1, yes, it's the friction that affects the movement of the objects. How about number 2? Friction blank the movement of objects in motion. Yes, it slows. No? So, friction slows the movement of objects in motion. Kapag may friction, ang ginagawa ng friction, it slows down the movement of the moving object. Number 3, friction is blunt in rough surface and object with bigger surface area. Yes, greater. Mas malaki yung friction sa mga rough na mga surface o mga malalapad na mga surface area. Number 4, friction is blunt in smooth surface and objects with smaller surface area. Yes, lesser naman. Mas maliit yung friction, class, sa mga makikinis na mga surface at saka mga maliliit lang yung or hindi masyadong malapad na mga surface area. Okay, let us read all together. I have learned that friction affects the movement of objects. Friction slows the movement of objects in motion. Friction is greater in rough surface and object with bigger surface area. And friction is lesser in smooth surface and object with smaller surface area. So this time, class, let's have the what I can do part of your module. Direction, write MF if more friction or LF if less friction is needed on the following activities or objects. Okay? We have number 1, walking a smooth surface. May less friction ba ito or may more friction? Yes, the answer is less friction. Kasi smooth nga yung surface, makinis yung surface di ba? Kung makinis ang surface, less friction yan. Number 2, writing on a paper-covered surface. Yes, more friction. No? Kasi as you notice, class, yung texture ng papel na medyo magaspang siya, di ba? Number 3, skating. Yes, yung skating naman, class, ay less. Diba? Less friction kasi madulas, no? Kung madulas, di less friction, diba? Grinding. Ito yung halimbawa ng grinding, class. Yan. So, is it more friction or less friction? Yes, more friction, diba? How about sliding door? Yes, it's less friction. How about number 6, holding a glass of water? Yes, more friction ang kinakailangan yan. Kasi kung less friction yan, class, madudulas yung baso o yung glass sa kamay natin. Next, number 7, pushing a heavy cabinet. Yes, that's more friction. So the answer for number 7 is MF. Next, number 8. Rotating gears of bicycle. Oh, yan yung example class. Yes, that's less friction. Next, number 9. Pole climbing. Oh, yan yung example ng pole climbing. Ano yan? Very good. That's more friction. How about number 10? Seating of glass and plates on top of a table. Yes, more friction. No? Kapag nagpapatong tayo ng mga glass or plates sa table, more friction yan kasi kung less friction yan, mahulog yung mga baso at mga pinggan sa table. Okay, did you get it, class? Very good. Let's have the part 2 of the What I Can Do part of your module. Christy wants to move her heavy cabinet. What do you think must she do to easily move the heavy cabinet on her own? Ano yung gagawin ni Christy, class, para ma-move niya ang mabigat na cabinet kahit siya lang mag-isa? Para mas madali itong mag-move. Kasi alam natin kapag heavy cabinet, mabigat siya at saka malapad yung surface area niya. So meaning, malaki ang friction nito. Kung malaki yung friction nito, ibig sabihin, mahihirapan si Christy na ma-move yung heavy cabinet na yan. So, para madali niya itong ma-move, ano yung gagawin niya? So, she could put in the cart or ruler under her cabinet to easily move it. No? Pwede yung ruler o yung cart, class, pwede niya ilagay dyan yung cabinet niya. No? Kasi yung mga rulers, class, o yung mga cart, may mga gulong yan. Yung gulong, class, ay nakaka-apekto din or nakakapag-move ito easier ng mga objects, no? It makes the friction lesser, no? Then, pwede ding maglagay siya ng floor wax sa floor, class to make it slippery para mas maging madulas ito. Kapag slippery na itong floor, it would be easier to transport the heavy cabinet. So, ito yung mga possible answers, class, for this question. Let's proceed to the assessment part of your lesson 2. Number 1. Why do drivers drive their car slowly during rainy days? Bakit mahina yung pagmamaneho ng mga driver, class, ng sasakyan kapag umuulan? Ano kayang rason nila? A. Drivers drive slowly because the windshield is blurred. Hindi na masyadong makikita yung dinadaanan daw, class. Kaya hinihinaan nila yung pagmamaneho. B. Drivers drive slowly because they are afraid of the rain. Natatakot sila sa ulan. Letter C. Drivers drive slowly because the road is wet, so there is less friction. So, kasi nga, basa yung kalsada, so maliit yung friction daw. Next, letter D. Drivers drive slowly because the road is wet, so there is more friction. The answer is letter C, di ba? Kasi less yung friction, class. Kaya hinihinaan ng ating mga driver yung sasakyan sa pagmamaneho. Number 2, which is not a way of reducing friction. Ano yung hindi dito paraan, class, sa kung saan nare-reduce yung friction? A. Applying lubricant. B. Putting spikes on tires. C. Making the floor smooth. Or letter D. Putting grease on bicycle gears. Yes, putting spikes, class, on tires. So, nakikita mo ba yung mga gulong natin, class? May mga spike yan. No? Yung mga spike ng gulong, class, nakakatulong yan sa kung saan mas napataasin palalo yung friction, no, ng sasakyan. So, this is not a way of reducing friction. Putting spikes on tires makes more friction. Number 3, why do you need to put rulers under the cabinet when you want to move them? Bakit lalagyan pa ng rulers yung cabinet kung gusto mo itong i-transfer or ilipat from one place to another? A. To apply more force. B. To stop the movement of the cabinet. C. To slow down the movement of the cabinet. Or letter D. To minimize friction through the small surface of contact of the rulers. Ano yung nagagawa ng rulers, class? Yes, it reduces friction. So, the correct answer is letter D, no? So, kung ma-reduce yung friction, class, madali mo nang ma-transfer yung heavy na cabinet. Number 4, why do badminton players use rubber shoes while playing. A. To slide since the badminton court is slippery. B. To glide faster since the badminton court is slippery. C. To have lesser friction between their shoes and the floor. Or letter D. To have greater friction between their shoes and the floor. Ano ba yung nagagawa ng rubber shoes class sa lalaro ng badminton? Yes, yung mga sapatos natin class, no? Especially may mga spike yan, no? Sa ilalim. So, it can create more friction. Kapag greater friction, less an accident. Hindi ka madudulas. So, letter D ang tamang sagot dito. Number 5. Which of the following situations shows that friction is increased? A. Anna uses rubber shoes while jogging. B. Robin puts roller on heavy cabinets. C. Naldo puts grease on his bicycle gears. Or letter D. Belle puts floor wax to make the floor smooth. Ano dyan, class, ang nagpapataas ng friction? Yes, yung rubber shoes. Diba? Kapag nag-rubber shoes ka, especially if you are jogging, then it reduces friction so hindi ka madudulas. Number 6. In which of the following situations would friction most likely pose a problem? A. Holding a pen to write. B. Striking a match to cook. C. Walking on a slippery floor. Or letter D. Rubbing your hands to warm them. Yes, yung negative dito na effect class is yung paglalakad on a slippery or madulas na sahig. Number 7. Which of the following shows that friction could be harmful? A. Writing on the board. B. Holding a piece of paper. C. Tearing out of a bicycle gears. Or letter D. Using brakes when stopping. Ano yung harmful effect ng friction class? Yes, it's tearing out of bicycle gears. Yung damage na gears on the bicycle class. Number 8. How do you describe the friction between the surface and an object with greater surface area? A. Greater. B. Equal. C. Small. Or letter D. The same. O, kapag greater yung surface area class, ano yung masasabi mo sa friction? Yes, greater, di ba? Mas malapad yung surface area, mas mataas din yung friction. Number 9. A crumpled and uncrumpled paper were dropped at the same height and time. Which paper will reach the ground first? Letter A. The crumpled paper because it has a smaller surface area. B. Uncrumpled paper because it has a bigger surface area. C. Crumpled paper because it is heavier compared to uncrumpled paper. D. None because both of the crumpled and uncrumpled paper have the same masses. Yes, una yung crumpled paper because it has a smaller surface area. Okay, let's have number 10. A boy is playing with a toy car. In which surface will it travel faster? A. Cemented floor. B. Carpeted floor. C. Grassy floor. Or letter D. Polished floor. Yes, so yung mga rough surfaces class, since toy car ito, kung rough surface siya, syempre mas mataas yung friction niya. So, kung mataas yung friction niya, shorter distance yung matatravel niya. Pero kung smooth surface naman, it would travel fast, di ba? Kasi less yung friction. Saan ba yung smooth surface dyan? Yes, yung polished floor, no? Sabag ibig sabihin ng polished class floor, shiny floor. Yung cemented floor, carpeted floor, and grassy surface are rough surface. No? Kung rough, mataas ang kanyang friction. Okay? So, what's your score? Okay, I hope you've got a very good score on this assessment. Okay? So, this time, let's have the additional activities of your lesson 2 still in your module 1. So, we have here the direction. Determine which activities, features of objects below illustrate the benefit or harm of friction. Draw a smiley face if the given shows a potential benefit and a sad face if it shows potential harm. So, kung hindi mabuti yung epekto ng friction class, sad face ang ilalagay natin. Pero kung mabuti naman ang epekto nito, then you can draw smiley face. Okay, let's have number 1. Bicycle brakes. O yung brakes class, nagiging dahilan din yan kung paano mag-i-increase o mapalaki yung friction. No? Kasi kapag gumamit ka ng brake, hihinto yung sasakyan. Diba? Or in this case, yung bicycle natin. So, anong gamit ng brake? Is it potential benefit or potential harm? Yes, potential benefit. Benefit yan kasi kung walang brake, it can cause accident, di ba? Yes. Next, number 2, how about that? Striking a match for cooking. Ano yan? Gumamit ka na ba ng posporo, class? Bawal paglaruan yung posporo, ha? Nakagamit ka na ba ng posporo? Gusto mong sindihan yung stick niyan, class, no? Irarab mo siya sa rough part ng box ng posporo. And then, may friction na makikreate. Ang pag-strike ba ng match to produce fire for cooking, is it potential benefit or potential harm? Yes, potential benefit. Next, how about that? No oil in a car engine. So, sinabi natin kanina, yung oil ang nagiging dahilan to have or to produce less friction, di ba? Kasi yung oil, sinabi na nga natin, is lubricant siya. Kapag walang oil naman sa mga sasakyan, ano naman yung epekto nito? No oil. So, meaning, mataas yung friction, di ba? Ng mga parts dyan sa loob ng sasakyan. So, kung mataas yung friction dyan kasi walang oil dyan, anong mangyayari sa sasakyan? Yes, masisira yung sasakyan mo kasi yung wala ng oil, no? So, the answer here is sad face. Okay? How about this? Rusty padlock. Yung mga kandado natin, class. Okay? Medyo kinakalawang na, no? So, rusty na siya. So, kung rusty siya, ibig sabihin, magaspang na. Kung magaspang na, mataas o marami yung friction niya. Okay? So, ano yung ibig sabihin yan? Yes, ibig sabihin yan, mahihirapan ka nang gamitin o buksan yung nakapadlock kapag rusty na ito. So, sad face yan. Diba? How about number 5? Holding a soda can. Hahawakan mo yung soda can. Is it potential benefit or potential harm? Yes, kapag hinahawakan natin yung mga soda can, okay, or any cans, class, no? Kinakailangang mataas yung friction. Kasi kung maliit lang yung friction, ang tendency niyan ay mahuhulog. So, in this case, ang friction ba ay beneficial or harmful? Yes, beneficial, di ba? Kung walang friction dyan, class, mahuhulog lahat yung mga hinahawakan natin. Okay? Let's have the part 2 of the additional activities. Identify the activities below that show a way of reducing friction. So, mga paraan naman, class, kung paano maliles or marireduce yung friction. Okay? So, put a tick mark or check mark in the box if it shows reducing friction. So, i-check natin yan, class, kung nagpapakita siya ng pag-reduce ng friction. Pero kung hindi, X naman ang ilalagay natin. Okay? Number 1, Nestor puts rulers under his heavy cabinet. Nagre-reduce ba yan ng friction ang ruler o hindi? Yes, nagre-reduce yan, class, di ba? Mas madali mong i-transport kapag gumamit ka ng mga ruler o yung mga gulong, class. So, the answer here for number 1 is check. How about number 2? Errol uses rubber shoes while playing basketball. Kapag nagra-rubber shoes sa class, useful ba ito kapag nagba-basketball? Yes, useful siya, class, kasi kinakailangan talaga na mag-rubber shoes ka kapag nagba-basketball kasi nag-i-increase ito ng friction. Kapag nag-increase ng friction, makakapaglaro ka ng maayos, di ba? So, ang rubber shoes ba nagre-reduce ng friction o nagpapataas ng friction? Nagpapataas siya, di ba? So, hindi siya nagpapareduce. So, kung hindi siya nagpapareduce, then the answer here is X. Okay? Kasi we are looking here for reducing friction, di ba? Number 3, Andrea applies floor wax to make the floor smooth. Nagre-reduce ba ito ng friction o hindi? Yes, yung floor wax is a lubricant. So, meaning, nagre-reduce siya ng friction. Number 4, Nelmar puts grease on his bicycle gears. Mga grasa, class, no? Nilagyan niya ng grasa yung bicycle gears niya para umikot ito ng maayos. Yes, the answer is check. Nagre-reduce ang mga grasa or grease ng friction. And number 5, Rose maps the wet floor. Kapag nilinis niya ang basang sahig, gumamit siya ng mop, nagre-reduce ba ito ng friction o hindi? Hindi, di ba? Kasi ang wet floor ang nagre-reduce ng friction. Pero kay nag-mop siya eh. So kung nag-mop siya, tumataas yung friction nito. So the answer here is X. Understood? Very good. That's all for this week, class. Thank you so much for participating. Have a blessed week ahead. Don't forget to stay home and be safe always.